All right, is everybody in from outside? Everybody's in? All right, so we're gonna continue with the portion. We're at Genesis chapter 40, verse 1. Genesis chapter 40, verse 1. Hallelujah.
Sorry.
Good.
Genesis chapter 40, verse 1. And it came to pass after these things that the butler of the king of Egypt
Right.
and his baker had offended their lord, the king of Egypt. And Pharaoh was wroth against two of his officers, against the chief of the butlers and against the chief of the bakers. And he put them in ward in the house of the captain of the guard, into the prison, the place where Joseph was bound.
Right. So the chief butler and baker, the ones that were over those tasks, right? The Pharaoh was wroth with him, was upset with him, vexed with him. So they put him in the prison as well. Right? Read on.
And the captain of the guard charged Joseph with them, and he served them, and they continued a season in war.
Right.
And they dreamed a dream, both of them, each man his dream in one night, each man according to the interpretation of his dream. The butler and the baker of the king of Egypt, which were bound in the prison. And Joseph came in unto them in the morning, and looked upon them, and behold, they were sad. And he asked Pharaoh's officers that were with him in the ward of his lord's house, saying, Wherefore look ye so sadly today? And they said unto him, We have dreamed a dream, and there is no interpreter of it. And Joseph said unto them, Do not interpretations belong to the Most High? Tell me them, I pray you. And the chief butler told his dream to Joseph, and said to him, In my dream, behold, a vine was before me, and in the vine were 3 branches, and it was as though it budded, and her blossoms shot forth, and the clusters thereof brought forth ripe grapes. And Pharaoh's cup was in my hand, and I took the grapes and pressed them into Pharaoh's cup, and I gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. And Joseph said unto him, This is the interpretation of it. The 3 branches are 3 days. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thine head, and restore thee unto thy place, and thou shalt deliver Pharaoh's cup into his hand, after the former manner, when thou was his butler.
Right. So you're gonna go back to being the butler that gave Pharaoh, his wine and things of that sort, because the butler, he tends to the king, right?
Verse 14. But think on me when it shall be well with thee, and show kindness, I pray thee, unto me, and make mention of me unto Pharaoh, and bring me out of this house. For indeed I was stolen away out of the land of the Hebrews, and here also have I done nothing, that they should put me into the dungeon.
Right. So he told the butler, he said, when you get back next to the Pharaoh, put in a good word for me, because I interpreted your dream. I tell you what your dream meant and what's going to happen, right? Read on.
When the chief baker saw that the interpretation was good, he said unto Joseph, I also was in my dream, and behold, I had 3 white baskets on my head, and in the uppermost basket there was of all manner of baked meats for Pharaoh, and the birds did eat them out of the basket upon my head. And Joseph answered and said, This is the interpretation thereof. The 3 baskets are 3 days. Yet within 3 days shall Pharaoh lift up thy head from off thee, and shall hang thee on a tree, and the birds shall eat thy flesh from off thee.
That wasn't a good interpretation. Read on.
And it came to pass the 3rd day, which was Pharaoh's birthday, that he made a feast unto all his servants, and he lifted up the head of the chief butler and of the chief baker among his servants. And he restored the chief butler unto his butlership again, and he gave the cup into Pharaoh's hand. But he hanged the chief baker, as Joseph had interpreted to them. Yet did not the chief butler remember Joseph, but forget him.
Right. So the chief butler didn't even tell Pharaoh about what he was able to do. That he had this ability, which is to what? Interpret dreams. So what do you learn about dreams in this chapter? Is that the dreams are not direct. They come with similitudes and symbolism that may need to be interpreted for you to understand. Okay? So when the Most High gives you a vision in a dream, it may not have to do with anything about what's in the dream, but what does it mean? We have an example in the book of Acts. Get that real quick. Get the book of Acts, the 10th chapter. You can start with 9. Verse 9.
Acts 10, verse 9. On the morrow, as they went on their journey and drew nigh unto the city, Peter went up upon the housetop to pray about the 6th hour. And he became very hungry and would have eaten. But while they made ready, he fell into a trance,
Right.
and saw heaven opened, and a certain vessel descending unto him, as it had been a great sheet knit at the 4 corners.
So like a blanket was coming down from the heavens. And what was on this blanket? Read on.
And let down to the earth, wherein were all manner of 4-footed beasts.
All manner of 4-footed beasts. What's a 4-footed beast? Somebody name a 4-footed beast. Dogs, cats, right? What else?
Bear.
You said a bear. Yeah, I guess a bear. Right. What else? Right. All manner of 4-footed beasts. So many different types of beasts. All right, read on.
Wherein were all manner of 4-footed beasts of the earth,
And
wild beasts.
And wild beasts was on there too. You know what I mean? Beasts that you see out of the forest. You know, like lions and you're so wild 4-footed beasts. Read on.
And creeping things.
And what?
And creeping things.
Insects. You know. Read on.
And fowls of the earth, of the air.
Right, different fowls, different birds was laying on his sheet. Read on.
And there came a voice to him. Rise, Peter. Kill and eat.
Rise, Peter. Do what?
Kill and eat.
Rise, Peter. Kill and eat. Right. So this blanket was full of things that what you would not eat. Right. But he told Peter, rise, kill and eat. Read on.
But Peter said, not so, Lord.
He said, not so, Lord. I can't eat this. Right. Read on.
For I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
He said, I never eat anything. I never even eat anything that was common or unclean, let alone what's on this sheet. All right. The madness you see on this sheet. I never eat anything common or unclean. What does that mean, common or unclean? What does that mean? Unclean. Right? It means unlawful. Unlawful to be eaten. Okay. Hold that. Let's prove that. Hold that. Get down Leviticus 11. Let's see what that means, common or unclean. Because somebody might look at that and say, well, I don't eat food that's dirty. It fell on the floor. So we need to define what does that mean. Leviticus 11 and verse 46 and 7. 47.
Leviticus 11:47.
Well, we 46. We 46 and 47.
46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl,
right,
and of every living creature that moveth in the waters.
Come on.
And of every creature that creepeth upon the earth.
Read on.
To make a difference between the unclean.
The what?
The unclean.
The unclean. Read on.
And the clean.
And the clean. Read on.
And between the beasts that may be eaten.
That may Maybe what?
Eaten.
Maybe eaten, read on.
And the beast that may not be eaten.
So now there's beasts that should be eaten, and there's beasts that should not be eaten. The clean beast should be eaten, the unclean beast should not be eaten. So now, on this sheet that was shown to Peter was beasts that what? Were unclean, that should not be eaten. And the Most High told him to rise and eat. Go back to Acts. Right, we know.
Acts 10 and 14. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean.
Right.
And the voice spake unto him again the second time, what the Most High hath cleansed, that call not thou common.
Right. So I said, what I cleanse, don't call common. He didn't say that the beasts on the sheet were cleansed. He just give him an understanding. What I cleanse, don't call common. Read on.
This was done thrice.
He did it 3 times. Read on.
And the vessel was received up again into heaven.
Right.
Now while Peter doubted in himself what this vision which he had seen should mean.
Right. Peter did not understand what this vision meant. Because he knew it didn't mean actually go eat those unclean meats. Right. He knew that wasn't it. So he's like, what does that even mean? So he was doubting in his own head. What does this mean? You know?
Behold, the men which were sent from Cornelius had made inquiry for Simon's house.
Right.
And stood before the gate and called and asked whether Simon, which was surnamed Peter, were lodged there. While Peter thought on the vision, the Spirit said unto him, behold, 3 men seek thee. Arise therefore, and get thee down, and go with them, doubting nothing, for I have sent them.
Right.
Then Peter went down to the men which were sent unto him from Cornelius,
right,
and said, behold, I am he whom ye seek. What is the cause whereof ye are come? And they said, Cornelius the centurion, a just man, and one that feareth the Most High, and of good report among all the nation of the Jews, was warned from the Most High by an holy angel to send for thee into his house, and to hear words of thee. Then called he them in and lodged them. In the morrow Peter went away with them, and a certain brethren from Joppa accompanied him. And the morrow after they entered into Caesarea, and Cornelius waited for them, and had called together his kinsmen and near friends. And as Peter was coming in, Cornelius met him and fell down at his feet and worshipped him. But Peter took him up, saying, stand up, I myself am a man. And as he talked with him, he went in and found many that were come together.
Right.
And he said unto them, ye know how that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or come into one of another nation.
Right.
But the Most High have showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean.
Right. So what was the interpretation of the dream? That he should not call what? These people common or unclean that was there with Cornelius. That he was to teach them. Okay? That he was to teach them. So the dream was showing him beasts and fowls and 4-legged things and on a blanket, and that meant for him to go and teach these people that he would normally not teach. To show you that what? A dream could be totally giving you something about left field. But if you look at the context of what it's telling you, instead of the actual items or people or things in the dream, then you can get the interpretation. At that point, Peter understood what he saw on the blanket when he saw all those people in the room with Cornelius. Okay, so understand that we're gonna get dreams. You may get dreams. It's similitudes and symbolisms. You have to be able to decipher what it is, or take the time until what it is be revealed to you, and then you'll know why you receive that dream. But don't take it for face value. Because sometimes people read this scripture, you know, a lot of time in the churches, they read the scripture and say, see, I can eat pork. Right? Take and eat, right? Call nothing unclean. When we tell somebody don't eat that unclean meat. Well, call nothing common and unclean. No, it ain't talking about food. It was talking about man. It was talking about these vessels that he was going to go teach these people. All right? And what we got to learn as we go forth and teach this word is that the Lord's inheritance comes looking all different kind of ways. But you still have to go teach them the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. All right? And let the Father determine who's worthy and who's not worthy. All right? We go forth and teach the truth, no matter who it is. All right? The Most High will sift them. You don't got to sift them. The Most High will sift them. Okay? All right? You bring that truth for them, no matter what. Right? And that determination will come from the Father. Karash?
These Israelites, Peter, I'm sorry, what these people?
I mean, they were Israelites, but they were not of Judah. They were not of the Jews. Because when the Bible talks about the Jews in the New Testament, it's not talking about all Israel. It's talking about just the southern kingdom. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's it. That's the only ones that was in Jerusalem. When you know the history. So when it talks about outcasts and other people and other nation, remember Israel was two nations. Okay. And the northern tribes of Israel was scattered throughout Asia, Europe, America. They were all over the place. They were not, you know, they were very seldom in the land of Jerusalem. Only those that were in the Assyrian captivity were near Jerusalem. Other than that, they was out all over the world, outcasts of Israel. Okay, just like the scripture say, we're going to gather us from the four corners of the earth. So we started spreading from back then. All right, we started spreading from those times. So, you know, we know that these men were Israel. As you read on in the story, they received the Holy Spirit, which can only be received by the children of Israel. Can't be received by the nations. Okay, that's how we know that they were not. They were of the children of Israel. But with that being said, we have completed the portion. Hallelujah. The Most High had for another great portion of the Torah. You know, week by week, every week we go over a portion so that we end up doing the whole Torah. So people say, you read the Torah? I say, yes, I read the whole Torah. People might say, did you read the whole? Yes, I read the whole thing. Right? Verse by verse. Broke it down to even. The whole thing. Every year we do this. All right? Piece by piece. Every year. If you don't have one of these, we have some of these up here. This is the Torah portion schedule. So every week you read a portion of the Torah. So at the end of the, when you get back to Tabernacle, right, you would have read the whole Torah every year. Right? And that gets you a higher level of understanding when it comes to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. By the time you complete a year, you're pretty sharp in the laws of the Most High. Nobody can pull a woolly over your eyes and have you thinking that you can eat swine's flesh. All right? Have you thinking that the Sabbath don't matter and foolishness like that. It ain't gonna be to get you. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be so grounded in the word of the Most High that you have references in scripture in your mind and your spirit so you can defend yourself against anybody that comes with any false doctrine. All right. So that being said, we are finished with the lesson portion of the Shabbat service. Now we're going to do the announcements. Now we all know we have the Hanukkah coming up. All right. Let me see that flyer right there. What? All right. This is a Hanukkah flyer. I will read it. Hanukkah celebration, December 11th at 2017 at 7 p.m. Gold Choice is the name of the ballroom. 345 State Road 7. Margate 33068. Donations $25 per family. All right. If you have not bought any $25 for, especially for the members, if you're a visitor, you know, bring what you can bring, for the case may be. All right. But as for the members, you should have all brought your $25 in, if not already today, because we need to go and, you know, solidify everything that we're buying and stuff to make this celebration a success in the eyes of the Most High, to glorify it. So if you have not done so yet, please get $25 in. We accept, cash, credit, EBT. All right. We're not turning away anything. You know what I mean? Whether you're here or abroad, whether you're online, you can send it in. LOZ, the LOZ, www.theloztheeeloz.com. All right. And you can go into PayPal. All right. If you want to get it there, you will get it there. Don't act like you can't get it there. You can get it there. All right. So let's make sure we work together. We all have to get there. I got to give mine in today myself. I'm late. So, but I have mine in my pocket. So I'll be giving mine in today as well. So we'll make sure that we all put it in so that we could, get the hall and everything solidified, as we prepare. One other thing that took place is with all high holy days, there's different realms of preparation. There's decorations and tables and things of that sort. The music, I understand, brothers is putting together a show. They're going to be doing some music. I understand we solidified actually a DJ last night. He's going to come through, with his equipment and stuff. So it's really going to be a glorious Hanukkah celebration. But, there's no celebration without the good food, right? So there was a call set up earlier this week for the food to be, for the sisters to come together and determine the foods. Now, I know a lot of people were not able or did not make it to the call. I don't know if you were able or not, but you were not there. So we then now have to go over it once again so that we can clear it and make sure that the food is covered, that everybody knows who's bringing what. All right. And, it's important that when we have conference calls and things of that sort, that we all do our best to make it. If we can't make it, text the person. Text somebody. Tell somebody you can't make it to the call so that we could, or you send your information in so that someone can speak for you on the call so that, going forward, we're going to do a lot of these calls. This is a good way of organizing things and, throughout the week. All right. So, just be prepared for them. And I know it can get hectic and you can forget and you can get caught up doing other things. But if that takes place, just, make sure you text or put it in your calendar when you get the call, when the call is supposed to be, so that your phone will automatically ring you and remind you that the conference call is starting, right? So that you don't find yourself missing out. So real quick, by a show of hands, who's preparing things for the Hanukkah for Monday night? Who's already preparing things? Who already knows what they're preparing already? All right, so 2 or 3 hands and a 4th hand. What was that? A hand? What was that? All right, so 4 hands went up. Sisters that already know what you're going to be preparing. To the brothers now. All right. Well, anybody ever prepared anything for the Hanukkah celebration? Karash? All right. Put my hand up as well. Right. So if you're not, we're going to go through the room. We're going to see what and who can prepare what. Those of us already know what we're preparing. It's good. We should be a little bit ahead of the game. But just for edification of the room, so everybody knows what everybody's bringing, we're going to go through it and talk about what we're bringing. Now, why do we all have to bring something? Well, this is the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. That anytime there's a high holy day, that we don't come empty-handed. So we have to come with something. Whether you prepare it, you buy it, you bring it, whatever the case may be, we come with something, right, to contribute to the festivities of the evening. Okay. Some more than others. You give how the Most High bless you. If you have more, you give more. If you have less, you give less. No one's going to determine your giving, or nobody's going to determine how much you should or shouldn't give. What we want to do is, so everybody is on one page, we all know what's being brought, so we can fill in the blanks. Okay? So we'll start as usual. Can we get a scribe? Somebody that's going to write it down. We usually have somebody go write it down. All right, hallelujah. Parash is going to scribe it. And we'll start usually Lapala.
Did you have a committee to do this?
We did, right? And it was a call. I don't know if everything was covered. So if there's, if in fact, you know what we'll do? We'll go through those that already know what they're bringing first. Then we'll see if there's any blanks, and then we'll fill in after that.
Yeah, because I'm not misunderstanding. The committee was going to cover everything.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
As far as I know, it didn't happen. Okay, so we are trying to,
okay.
yeah, recapture that.
Okay.
Okay, I will. So those that already know what they're bringing, what's that?
Like a list.
You have a list? Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. Updated. So far we have serving. Okay, making. Okay, let's go to making. Making saparia a meat dessert and dessert. Okay. Amina a rice side. Shadiah fruit. Alyssa fruit. Althea dessert. Wendy a meat, a veg, a dessert. Malachiah. Okay, that's. Oh, Amana. Sorry, I said Amana, a rice side. That's not Amina, that's Amana. All right. Malachiah, right? Salad, barbecue chicken, dessert. And Yashapa, the meatballs. All right. The famous meatballs. Okay. So, this is good. We add on to this? I think so. I think we can add on to this. So, we can still go around the room, even though we have this list. We can go around the room to see what else will be brought. We have a foundation here.
Sister Wendy is bringing 8 chickens. Oh, 8 whole chickens.
8 whole chickens.
8 fried.
Baked.
Baked chicken.
Yes.
8 baked chicken.
He was told to.
Right, to make the large amount.
Right.
So unless less people. So let me ask whose phone is this? Yours. Is this adequate amount of food for the?
Everything that's there, we're making enough for everyone.
So if we didn't add anything to this, it would be something that's not on this list.
Correct.
Okay, so what I don't see on the list is what I'm looking for, right? Which would be like the drinks and stuff like that.
Right.
Right. I don't see any drinks here, so we as men and anybody else that we want to bring drinks or
Strong drinks.
strong drinks or drinks all together. When I mean drinks, I mean the whole spectrum of drinks, whether it's strong drinks, soft drinks, utensils.
No, we only went over food.
Right, utensils. Unless we're using plates or using plates. I know we're doing the decorations.
Right.
It's about, are we using hard plates or are we gonna? And glasses?
We was going to use the hard plates.
Okay, so we're gonna use hard plates and glasses. Okay, so we have that already.
We still have the plates here, right?
We have all that here. Yeah. So we have hard plates and glasses. So we're gonna have to determine who's gonna be on the committee of moving things to the hall, because those hard plates and glasses take up quite a bit of room. Okay, if we're going to move those things, we need somebody who's going to move those things. All right, we say we're going to use it, but somebody has to move it. Right, so that's what we got to cover. Who's going to move those things to the hall? We also will cover the drinks. So let's go around and see who's going to bring. I'll bring strong drinks. So I add that.
Somebody to wash them.
Huh?
To wash them.
Well, that night, right? Yeah, we'll deal with that. But the water. So we know we have the core food already solidified. So who's gonna bring? Add chow mein to it. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, you think of something that you think can be added to that list. By all means, add it. Let us know. But otherwise, we're gonna bring drinks. You can bring blends?
I bring a blend. We need a lot of blends.
All right. You need a lot of blends?
Yes.
Okay. How about you, make some juice? All right, put lapala for blends. Put, design for juice. Put me down for, push out my down for strong drink. All right, Kazakh Shita, those that speak the Hebrew. All right. Number one. What kind of juice?
I don't know. I'm gonna let you know.
All right, it's like 2 days. He ain't gonna let me know. I'm just gonna see what you bring in your drink. Grape juice. All right. Put number one down for the expensive Kadeem grape juice. All right. Shamala. You bring water. That's necessary. That's needed, man. Absolutely. How much water are you gonna bring? Case what?
Yeah.
All right. So put Shamala down for a case of water. We need that. All right. Asher.
I say about 5 gallons of lemonade.
5 gallons of lemonade. Asher's gonna just doing OD on lemonade. Asher's gonna OD lemonade. Put that down on the list.
Make sure you're bringing enough juice to cover everyone.
He said he's bringing 5 gallons of
5
lemonade.
gallons of lemonade.
You know what I mean? He bringing a case of expensive Kadeem grapefruit juice. This guy, you know what I mean? So we gonna be, listen, we doing all right.
BJ's is the cheapest place.
All right, might want to go to BJ's. I got a Castle card, you might want to borrow. Right? You might need it. All right. What? Chow mein, yeah, but yeah, you put that down. Put Alyssa down for chow mein. Gadash. Need help? I can help you out. We need more blends, man. All right, get with Lafayette. He'll tell you exactly what to buy. So he'll give you the breakdown on the potion. All right. All right. Yeah, what's up? Ice? And Sprite?
Yeah, ice.
How much ice you bringing? You said 4 bags? All right. That's a good start. All right. Put them down, put a yellow sock down for the Sprite and ice. All right. Marshall?
Yeah.
Shalom, man. I'm glad you made it. I was getting a little worried. All right. But you here. All right. Never fear. The captain's here. All right. So Captain,
Bringing the mods.
was that apple juice? Okay. I'll put him down for the the juices. He's gonna be bringing us apple juice, freshly squeezed. All right.
Bring the tops too.
Yeah, Shavali. Yeah, I think so, because he's only bringing 4 bags, so we could use some help. We could use some help. Yeah, we like a separate ice to chill the blend. Yes, that's what it sounds like we're doing. We're gonna use hard plates. But what we'll do, we do want someone to bring, if someone can bring a pack of the plates to go, because the hard plates, you can't take them, okay? So we need plates that we can give people to go, like the styrofoam that closes, yeah. You bring those? Okay, all right. So, I mean, we're gonna need those burners, so yeah. There you go. Yeah. All right. All right. Bring the burners. All right, Courage. You're gonna make some what? Alfredo pasta. All right, can you add it to the food list? He's bringing Alfredo pasta. Yeah. Okay. Baya? Strong J, Kazaki, Shatha. Those that speak the Hebrew. All right, somebody's missing. Where is Sam Shawan? Right. That's Denzel, Sidney Poitier. Yeah, him too, man. What was the other one? Shaft, everybody, rolling one. What's going on now? Monetary donation. All right, well, that'll work. Okay.
Big bills.
All right. Yeah, you know. Like nothing but the Benjamins, you know. We all about the Benjamins around here. I said we all about the Benjamins. Okay, you didn't hear me go hard, you can hear it. We all about the Benjamins around here. All right. All right, your quorum.
I ain't say that, but you know.
You want to bring vegetables? Okay. All right, so we put it down for some more vegetables. What kind of vegetables are you? California blended vegetables. You bring, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. So we'll bring the kale in a second. All right. Got it. Got it. We'll compliment that. Okay. I didn't. You're right. You know.
I don't want to bring Mad Dog 2020. Night train. You know? Right.
You seem a little concerned. The captain is concerned of exactly what kind of strong drink are you bringing, brother? Can you like?
We're gonna be comfortable in the south.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be mad with that. Not be mad with that. Then I got to think about what I'm bringing now. Yeah, stole my Southern Comfort and come with something else.
Jim Beam.
All right. Nah, I ain't messing with that. Sister Mary, how are you? You be attending Monday? The Mary for me? I'm pretty sure. Sister Mary. All right. Marie? I'm saying Mary. Marie. I mean, or, huh? You won't be able to come? Okay, sis. All right. All right. So any other brothers, like the new brothers here, visitors, you can bring however your spirit move you. You know what I mean? If you want to tell us now, you can. If not, just bring something. And play a part in you're gonna make it Monday?
Yeah.
You make it Monday? How about yourself? Okay, yeah. So you could probably help him out with his juice is gonna be expensive. So maybe you can help him out. That grape juice, that stuff, it costs bread. I don't know why he chose it. It's expensive. But, help him out. Cheap is a relative term. That's a relative term, cheap. All right.
Marriage with the preparation for the new moon.
New moon.
Sunday.
The next time we see each other, it will be Monday, but we're not gonna have time to go around the room and do that. You know what I mean? And after that, we'll see each other again that Sabbath, but then it's the next day. So I don't know if you want to wait till we do it one day. Would you bring it tomorrow?
No, you're right.
Maybe in preparation.
We gotta go right back around the room again. This is for the following Sunday. We good on the Hanukkah for the following Sunday, which is New Moon, right? But hold on. Then the following Monday is the closing. Yeah. Hey, who got time for Christmas and Thanksgiving? Right? Who got time for that nonsense? The New Year. We got back to back high holidays, and we got to prepare for it. All right. Well, we can go around the room, but what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna say what you bring in Sunday and Monday. All right, this way we can go around the room one more time and kill two birds. So now this is the next week, Sunday and Monday. We're talking about now. What you're gonna bring next week, Sunday and Monday. So let's give you a chance to think about that. Mold it over your head as we start to go around the room. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. Talk to me.
Yes, you put the blend. Then turkey or chicken stewed up, something like that.
All right.
I don't know, like.
Put them down for, stewed fowl. It'd be turkey or chicken. All right. For Monday and Sunday, right? So Monday and Sunday. All right. Dessert next week, Monday and Sunday.
Juice
Okay.
and chicken, boneless chicken. Yeah.
And boneless chicken?
Boneless chicken.
Oh, published chicken. I thought I heard something different. I was like, okay. Juice and published chicken for Sunday and Monday. Okay. Myself. Put me down for well, one of the days will be vegetables, of course. But corn?
Yeah.
All right, put me down for corn. Man, I don't really eat corn like that anymore. Hold on, I'm not for corn. I don't eat corn like that. Back to that corn guy.
My chef ate corn.
Make it now.
Gotta make it now.
Put potatoes. Put potatoes.
Mashed potato?
No, not mashed potatoes. Roasted potatoes. Roasted garlic potatoes. Yeah. Huh? The little ones. Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna share that with everybody. So you get some healthy potatoes. All right. All right. Huh?
Corn too?
No, the corn is out. I'm not doing the corn.
So you make potatoes both for you?
No, potatoes one day, vegetables the other day. The other vegetables will be like mustard greens or something. Kale or something like that. It'll be green. It'll be very green, whatever it is. Okay. Okay. So now this is next week, Sunday and Monday, number one.
Butter chicken.
Published chicken. Both days?
Yeah.
Okay. Shamwala?
Gonna bring more water.
More water? Both days?
Yeah, both days. Yeah.
Asha? That's gonna start getting suspicious. That's what I'm saying. If you keep saying lemonade, the cat will be like, hold on, where's he really getting this lemonade from? Cat's gonna get suspicious. I'm just saying. All right, strawberry lemonade. Something. Kadash, Sunday and Monday. It's wide open, man. So, chips, okay.
And water?
More water. Want to do some more blends?
Yeah.
You can never be too much of that. All right. So put it down for chips and blends. Marsha.
I was thinking of turkey with some dressing, some extra gravy, cranberry sauce, macaroni and cheese, candy yam, eggnog.
Did you get on that? Did you get on that, Karan? I ain't see you writing. Write it all down. Listen, I'm not gonna stifle nobody. If you want to go ahead and talk, keep talking. I ain't gonna stop you. I ain't gonna stop you. Go right ahead and talk. I'll wait.
I'll bring them up. Bring that on Sunday. And Monday, I don't know, I might bring some stronger.
Okay. Yeah, what's up?
I'm bringing Friday with the ice on Sundays.
All right.
Friday with the
Ice. And then on Monday, we'll bring a next twist.
Mango twist.
Mango twist?
Dessert.
Wow. All right. Yashua?
Utensils.
Okay. You need those.
The pastries.
Pastries. Okay. Garage?
First day, I'm gonna probably do, Alfredo again.
Mm-hmm.
Then next after
Mashed potatoes? Okay. Bayaf?
chicken.
Okay. You said chicken. He didn't say from where, but that's all right. Chicken, maybe he's gonna make it. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna bake a chicken. And small strong drink. Okay. Sanchuan? All right. That's what's up. Grill a turkey? Both days? For the closing and the new moon, we talking about?
So donation gonna be the
Sunday and Monday.
So Sunday and Monday?
Yeah.
Next week, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
All right, leftover.
Leftover turkey. That's real slick right there. That's real slick. Turkey the first day, the next day you'll get the leftovers. I ain't mad at you. I can't be mad at that. That makes sense. That kind of makes sense because you know there might be a lot of food there on the Sunday, enough to help us out on the Monday. You know what I mean? But so we'll see how it works out. We're back over here. Yashua. It's next week, Sunday and Monday.
Sunday will be beef ribs and carrot juice,
Beef ribs and carrot juice on the Sunday.
and Monday will be chicken, rice and beans.
Barbecue chicken and rice and peas on the Monday. Dequara.
was beef ribs still on for the first day.
What was Monday? Joshua?
It was beef ribs and
Sunday was beef ribs.
And carrot juice.
Carrot juice, right?
And Monday was barbecue chicken.
And rice and beans.
Recipes. Okay. Laura?
Sunday, tilapia. Monday, turkey neck.
Turkey neck? Okay. We're gonna make that tilapia whiting though, but we'll work on that. That's
You
right.
what?
Whiting instead of the tilapia.
White, okay, white rice and
At where?
I don't know, you guys.
I think we just go to Broward Meat and Fish and we'll work it out. All right, Thea,
Undecided.
we'll come back to you. Alyssa?
Okay, Sunday I'll do curry chickpeas,
Mm-hmm.
and Monday I'll do sauce salad.
Okay. You got that?
Curry chickpeas.
Curry chicken.
Non-chicken. Chickpeas.
Chickpeas.
Thank you, sir. It's my son curry chicken.
There'll be some chickpeas in the curry chicken, I guess. I suppose. All right. Sister Wendy?
Sunday, shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie, all right. So,
Monday. Salad or something.
let's add some, okay. All right. Shepherd's pie. Sister Wendy. All right. We gotta get a Hebrew name though. Yeah. We gotta get there. All right. Lavender. A donation? Okay. All right, we are. All right. Marie? What was it? Bread?
Cornbread.
Cornbread. Okay. You mean cornbread? Definitely not. All right. Remember, no Jiffy. I don't do Jiffy. I don't do that guy. All right. Big cornbread, but not from that Jiffy guy. All right. Zaria? Next week, Sunday and Monday, Zaria. You don't know? All right, we'll work on it then. We'll come back to Althea now. She might know by now. Thea? Next week, Sunday and Monday. What say you?
I don't know about Monday. I'm setting up. I really, kind of, I don't know what to prepare.
You don't know what to prepare. So you need help just deciding what to prepare. Why didn't you say that? I'm always open to help you out when it comes to this. Okay. I think from what I've heard, everything that's coming, you should bring fried rice.
No, you can't make fried rice if it's not sunny outside. You can't make fried rice if it's not sunny outside.
Shine rice?
I don't know.
I'll bring something for sure. I will.
Mac and cheese? You can make mac and cheese.
I will definitely.
You're not bad at making mac and cheese. Somebody's seconding that motion. I think you should make mac and cheese. Huh? Baked mac and cheese? All right, you skilling it up? Are you girlfriend gonna make it? Okay. All right. You stepped it in there. You saved it. You saved it. All right. You saved it for the mac and cheese. All right. So yeah, we'll come back to you. But we know that act like you don't know the kitchen. All right. All right. So I think we got it all covered. Hallelujah. All right. All praises be to the power of Jacob for his mercy endure forever. Like I said, what you're witnessing here is what we do. We glorify the Most High's high holy days by all of us putting in effort to make it a holiday, right? To make it a high holy day, to make it what the Most High said it is. We can read it in the book, but we have to manifest it in the flesh and bring it to the forefront, that our children may know and they may ask us, what is the meaning of this celebration? And we can tell them, for it is written in the book of the law that the children of Israel are to celebrate these high holy days. So this is why we do what we do, and we take the time and as we sacrifice to make it happen, because Most High given us the law, statute, commandments, which He have done with no other people but the children of Israel. So it's up to us to establish it on this earth. Come? As like Paul said, that we establish the law. All right, we make it real. We bring it forth. All right, so with that being said, we're going to set up the closing prayers. We're going to face Yerushalayim, rise and face Yerushalayim. Amadim will panya Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Who's the power? Who's the power? By Hashem. By Hashem. Kuras, kuras, kuras. Kuras, kuras, kuras. Holy, holy, holy is the name of Anoah, Yahweh. Holy, holy, holy is the name of Mashiach, Yahushua. Come Abanaw Yahweh. Come Abanaw Yahweh. Come Mashiach Yahushua. Come Mashiach Yahushua. Come Yashua. Come Yashua. Barakatah Yahweh. Hashem. Mashiach Yahushua. Yahweh. Noah. Shabbat. Shalom. Barakah. Shemai. Zapalayu. Barak. Barapar. Lakazak. Wamakan. Mashma'ayah. Akim, Wa, Akwathim, Barakah, Yehovah, Ba'ashem, Mashiach, Yahushua, Yochak, Shitan, Yochak, Shitan, Yochak, Kol, Rai, B'chayim, Yochak, Kol, Rai, B'chayim, Barakah. All praises be to the power of Amos and Jacob, the power of Israel. Thank you, Yahweh, for giving us a blessed Shabbat day. We actually Yahweh to send thy angels to encamp around all those that keep thy laws, statutes, commandments in these last days, making their ways prosperous, making their hands prosperous and their ways safe. Continue to be with thy little sanctuary, the light of Zion. Continue to bless the minds and the spirit of all of us in here. And we glorify thy high and holy days, and we manifest thy righteousness upon this earth. All this we ask in the name of thy Son, Mashiach Yahushua. Heavenly Father, we actually received the prayer that is written in Sirach, 36th chapter. Have mercy upon us, O Yahweh, of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nation, and let them see thy power. As thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary and destroy the enemy. Make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escape be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say, there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Yahweh together, and inherit thou them, as from the beginning. O Yahweh, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Fill Zion with thy unspeakable oracles, and thy people with thy glory. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name. Reward them that wait for thee, and let the prophets be found faithful. O Yahweh, hear the prayer of thy servants, according to the blessing of Aharon over thy people, that all they which dwell upon the earth may know that thou art Yahweh, the eternal power. Let all that have breath praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. Let all that have breath praise Yahweh. Hallelujah. By Hashem Mashiach Yahushua, the water to Biyad, Amen. Amen. The Most High hand, in the mouth of babes, Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes. Yahweh perfected praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, yeah, just the sisters. In the Yahweh perfected in the Yahweh perfected. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Just a minute. In the mouth of babes. In the mouth of babes. In the mouth of babes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All Israel, let's go. In the mouth of babes. In the mouth of babes. In the mouth of babes. Hallelujah, hallelujah. One more time, last one. In the mouth of babes. Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes. Yahweh perfected praise. In the mouth of babes. Yahweh perfected praise. Hallelujah, hallelujah. All right, most I am. Yeah.
I need your autograph. I need your autograph.
Who's that? Desire?
Yeah.
I heard him in there. I heard him with the bass.
That's very white.
Shalom.